So there are a number of ways putting in an electronic record can negatively impact the finances of a practice. Some of those ways come up with training the staff, training the physician themselves, loss of productivity during the implementation phase. Those tend to be manageable issues. The real problem is if you don't address the workflow of the practice with an electronic record system. And I think that involves some careful planning, some engineering, maybe some business transformation analysts that can come in and really work through the workflow with the practice. Makes it more useful, helps clarify the point is the doctor going to enter the data? Is a nurse going to enter the data? Is some other staff person going to enter the data? And that gets much more helpful to the practice. The other issue to keep in mind is that I think some of the horror stories that we've heard about financial impact have come when people have moved from a paper record to an electronic record. And now many of our practices are at least at some level, and they're moving on to the second phase of an electronic record. And the loss is not nearly as big because they at least understand the flow of an electronic record workflow, and they're just adapting to the differences in structure and things like that. So I think there's ways to manage it, and I'm actually optimistic. I had a situation with a physician who was probably one of my most regular speakers about concerns about the electronic record, and she would point out issues and would deal with them. And then she came in one day and said, you know, last weekend it made it all worthwhile having an electronic record. I was covering for the rest of the staff on the weekend, and a situation came up where I had a patient that I had never seen before call me. And that's a really difficult situation, Jim, she said, because you really are left with this obscurity as to whether you can really understand what the patient wants, what they need, what they're telling you they've done in the past. I could go right to the electronic record at home, pull it up, see what the doctor's, my partner's plan was, and feel very confident about what was going on. I'm still not 100% sold on this electronic record, but don't take it away from me. And I think that's when we really felt that we had made progress on it.